So I don't usually put my wife on. But she says to me yesterday, hey, honey, my friend who's supposed to go on this retreat with me to Arizona canceled. Want to go to Arizona? Well, I'm going to be in Talking Stick now, starting Thursday. If you play poker for a living, if you have the opportunity to come up and take off for a week when it's a beautiful winter wonderland here, nice 17 degrees, snowed 8 inches the other day, or Arizona weather, which is probably like in the 70s right now. So anybody who sees me in Talking Stick, you guys can thank this lady right here. So this is my unicorn.
I'm gonna go feed the chickens now.
She prefers to be behind the camera, not in front of the camera. Talking Stick just got a new rube. I released the tournaments I'm going to be playing in for the WSOP. I'm going to go ahead and list them down below. As of right now, I already have 15% of my action already sold. I'm selling a total of 40% of my action. I know if you lose somebody else's money, it feels worse than losing your money. But don't worry. I am seeing a 10K Big O tournament. That's my bait of it. There's no doubt. When I saw 10K Big O, I'm like, I'm playing it. I'm like, that's my main event. I was planning on buying into the main, but honestly, I think on a 10K Big O, there's still going to be just as many fish as there is on a 3K or $1,000 Big O tournament. I really do. I don't think the field's going to be as big. I don't think it's going to be 2,000, 3,000 entries because you're not going to have any rebuys. There's only one buy-in. So you have to play it a little differently. So the tournament strategy, basically, at the start of the tournament is going to be just like at end of registration. You have to play tight but aggressive. Pick your spots. Yeah, if you want a piece of my action, all the information's down below. I'm pretty excited. Like, I think a couple of years ago when I was in Vegas for a solid month, before going there, I wasn't even excited about it. I wasn't looking forward to it. I just kind of felt obligatory that I had to do it. Last year, during the series, I went to Vegas just for a week. I was like, thank God it's only for a week. And I've been changing my attitude towards Vegas because in the past, I haven't liked Vegas, but I've been starting to convince myself that I need to like Vegas and I need to be excited about Vegas. I'm genuinely excited. Playing my first 10K Big O. You know, obviously, while I'm in Vegas, I'm going to assess the situation. My first attempt at a 100 to 10K challenge is going to be on my birthday. That's going to be day one of my 100 to 10K challenge. So I'm playing the $1,500 VIX Omaha, which is on June 4th, conveniently on my brother's birthday, who passed away. And if I am fortunate enough to final table that, that'll end up being around June 6th. If I'm not final tabling that will be day one of my Big O challenge, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. Those are the days that I'm blocking in because my next event's June 9th. No, June 9th is the $1,500 Big O. And then after that, the 10K Big O is June 13th. So those are the opening 3 for me, and I'm going to fit in a 100 to 10K challenge to myself in the meantime. I think on any tournament days, if I bag, I don't play any cash whatsoever. So this is going to be a different kind of mentality to begin the trip. Particularly because, yeah, the first couple days I'm going to be there is just going to be all tournament focused. But yeah, I'm going to have to, hopefully I'll hit the 10K challenge early and be able to take a day off. Our Airbnb has a jacuzzi. I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be used probably every day. That's going to rejuvenate the shit out of me. We played last night at a home game. We got absolutely barbecued. We kept ending up with second best. We lose $3,100 on a home game. And, you know, the funny part is the uniqueness of being a grinder. Yesterday, I didn't plan on being at the airport. My wife tells me that she's got a cancellation in Arizona for one of the people that was going with her on a retreat. So I get to spend 3 days with my wife in Arizona, and then I'm going to be at Talking Stick playing probably some 25-25 Big O or some 5-5-10 from Thursday through Sunday. And, you know, one of the advantages of being a grinder is when life throws you curveballs, you take a swing at it. So blew through 3,100 last night, and then I went back to my mother-in-law's house, decided to play online, and almost won all of it back in less than an hour. I literally won 2,500 bucks online, and I played the home game for 8-9 hours and lost 3,100. And I'm just like, this crazy life that I have being a grinder. You know, you just try doing the best you can, 3-bet in hands you're supposed to 3-bet with, keep flopping air. Must have had that happen 8 or 9 times last night, where I'd have 8-9 Jack Queen, or King Queen Jack 9, or 6-7-8-9, suited, double suited, single suited, not suited, still 3-betting hands in position, and then the flop would be like 4-4 Queen, or 4-4 Ace, or 3-3 Ace, just every time. But yeah, managed to win it all back in an hour playing at the Madhouse. Just fucking crazy. So let's see what we can do in Arizona. We're not going to have any poker for 3 days, at least no poker live, and then we're going to be grinding it. So hopefully we'll see you guys at Talking Stick this weekend. Are you looking for a place to play some online pot limit Omaha? Well, I have the place just for you. Donkfish and myself both belong to a club called the Madhouse. And let me tell you about this little place. It has PLO 4, PLO 5, PLO 6, PLO 5 high-low, and PLO 6 high-low. Not only that, but right now, the Madhouse is doing a crazy, crazy special. If you join and you're a new player at the Madhouse, and you join the Madhouse and you order a hoodie, which is going to cost you about 40 to 50 bucks, the managers are going to give you $100 in your account. That's right. That's a good special that they're running right now. Not only that, but when you bring a friend that joins the Madhouse, you're going to get 50 bucks and they're going to get 50 bucks. Oh my God. This is like a miracle that's happened. If you're looking for a good, reliable place to play online poker, and you want to play with myself, you want to play with Donkfish, plus a bunch of whales and a couple of pretty good players as well, join the Madhouse. PP Poker, Club ID 1810023, where the only thing that's crazier than the chat is the action. Here is literally a 360 of where I'm at right now. Literally in the middle of nowhere. No poker, no poker tables. This right here is just... I always talk about finding your moment of zen. I'm going to turn my camera off here because I'm going to go find my moment of zen. We're in the Arizona area. One of the things I can't stress enough, if you head down to Sedona, is to go make some glass. This is my wife and I making some glass at the melting point. It's absolutely a very unique experience. Costs you a couple $100. The guy, you'll make your own hand-blown glass, your vase, or a paperweight. You've got different colors to pick out. They didn't pay me at all to endorse them. It's just something that's really cool and really unique that you can do while you're in Sedona, which is only a few hours from Talking Stick. So here's all of us making glass. I'm making a vase. My wife's making a tumbler. This was our second time doing it, as we did it on our honeymoon, but this is really an awesome, unique experience. If anybody's interested, it's called The Melting Point in Sedona. This is a nice fucking room. So here I am at Talking Stick. I'll give you guys a full report. Brand new poker room, kidney-shaped bean tables. I actually like them. They're very comfortable. Chairs are incredibly comfortable. The new room looks awesome. It's really bright, huge, big, like 70 screen inch TVs all along the walls, or projection TVs. Those are the good things. They don't allow recording. That sucks. 2, they don't really have pot limit Omaha here. They have pot limit Omaha. It occasionally runs, and it's nosebleed only. So yeah, there's no low stakes or mid stakes. They do have a good limit game. The bathroom here, whoever designed this poker room fucked up. There is no bathroom inside the poker room. When you take a bathroom break, you have to walk. It's not that long, but it's a couple 100 feet. Why is that important? Because they only give you a 10-minute to 15-minute miss blind button before they pick you up. And they're 8-handed. I know a lot of people prefer 8-handed, but come on. Let's get over this fucking 8-handed shit. You guys pick 8-handed. It helps the casino. It doesn't help your pocketbook. Yeah. Overall, talking stick, you messed up a few situations. The high stakes area is towards the back of the room, but you can't really tell. The high stakes floor or podium, you go over there and they're not even there. So, or at least they weren't a couple of times last night when I went over there trying to get on 2040, 4080. Today we're gonna see if we could, there's a 510 mixed PLO list, high-low list. So we're gonna see if we can fire off a 5.5 or a 5.10 PLO mix by being here. So really sucks we can't record. Last night I lost like $700 playing 3.5 no limit, won $500 online, so net loss was $200. Such is the life of a grinder. But here I am, unexpectedly in talking stick. Let's see if we can get some high-low going. So they do not allow recording here, and I'm just gonna go over a couple of hands that have happened so far. So far I'm getting the short end of the stick. The action here is great. They play a 5.5 or a 5.10 PLO mixed. It's 5.10.20, mandatory straddle. Backs by it's 3,000. So it is a little bit of a short buy-in when your blinds are 20 because you open for 75. But first hand I have that is interesting. I look down, they do 3 variations. They do a round of Big O, a round of 5-card 2 boards. That's not double board bomb pot, it's 2 boards, so there's pre-flop action. And then they do a round of 5-card high only. The thing is they put in 2 of the 2 boards intermittently, so you're playing that literally 3 times as often as you're playing any other game, which is great. I don't mind that. We're on 5-card high only, and we look down at ace, queen 10, single suited in hearts. The button, who's a super splashy guy, makes it opens to 75. He's done that every single time when he's on the button, regardless of what game it is. The small blind decides to open it up to 350, and then it gets back to me, and I decide to reopen it to 1,050. They both call. We go to a flop of deuce 8-10 complete rainbow. So ace, queen 10 deuce. With backdoor hearts. I have flopped 2 pair. First guy open jams for 1,700, which is what I have. I go ahead and call. Next guy calls. We agree to run it twice because we're basically in a 10K pot. First guy has deuce, died, ace, king, queen. So he flopped a pair of deuces with a gutter ball, backdoor diamonds, and 2 pair draw. The other guy has 7, 7, 8, 8, 6. So he flops a set. And the run out is not favorable for us. We don't win either board. We needed an ace, a 10. One of the run outs we needed a jack, but the guy who jammed with a pair of deuces and backdoor diamonds and a gut shot ends up going runner diamonds on one board, and then the set of 8s holds on the other. So we end up losing our first big pot. Yeah, going great. I'm in the game for 4,500. On a Big O hand, I looked out at ace, deuce, 3, 3, 4. I'm on the button. I raise. I get 5 callers. I may get $50. Or 4 callers. Flop comes 3, 6, king. They all check to me. I bet 100. Everybody calls. So now there's like $700-800 in the pot. Turns a 6. Guy just opened jams. Folds to me. I call. Tell him I've got ace, deuce, 4 with full house. He goes, "You're gonna win this one, kid." He turns over ace, deuce, deuce, 6, 8. And the river comes an 8. We get 3/4. We go from either scooping or 3/4ing my opponent to I had to dodge an 8 or a 6. So right now the card gods are pissing in my mouth. They have a PLO 5 mixed game. It's a 5-10-20. The action's really good. Most PLO 5 games, I would tell you, are horrible. The guy who's a game runner, I thought he was a pro. I don't know if he's a pro. He's actually a pretty good player. He's just gotten coolered a couple of times. This session, I was in for 8,000, out for 7,600. To be down $400 after where I was at, I am celebrating. I went to the weed store because it closes at 10. I've been here for 12 hours. I actually lost 1,000 in Hold'em, and I won 600 in this mix game. But I'm going back. The one thing I don't like about Talking Stick, they don't have a lunch. They'll give you 20 to 30 minutes. This dispensary was like 10 minutes away. Plus you factor walking across the casino and driving. And yeah, I just cashed out. I'm going to have to rebuy, which kind of drives me nuts because I had like 7,000 in front of me where I can start making some moves. And I did. My first part of the day, like the first 6 hours, I don't know if I was playing, some of it was playing a little loose, but I definitely had some coolers. And like maybe the last like 4 hours or so, maybe the last 2.5, 3 hours, I just tightened up my range and tightened up my game, and also had a few runouts that went really well. I had one huge pot where the board's 6, 7, 8. I have 7, 8, 10 XX, and we're playing 2 boards. So one board is 6, 9 X, and then the other board is like 6, 7, 8, and it was 6, 9 X with 2 hearts. So I ended up getting it all in for like piles. I want to say it was $1,400 on the flop. I think the initial raiser opened, and when he opened, I just did not believe him. I had 2 pair and a wrap draw, and all he had was a pair of queens with a flush draw. So he was drawn live on both boards. My 2 pair on the 7, 8, 9 board, or 6, 7, 8 board, holds up. Turns a 10, gives me 10s and 8s, and on the other board I end up getting a straight, like a jack comes and then I think a queen comes. So I end up having a straight and 2 pair for just a monster fucking pot. I wish they would allow me to record this, because this is a big game. And I mean, there was a $10,000 pot I was involved in. There was a $9,000 pot I was involved in. It's kind of funny. We had one hand, Big O, right before the hand came out. Somebody's like, hey, maybe we should just squash this game. And I'm like, hell no, of course, because I'm fucking playing Big O. And that pot ended up being $8,000. It was $375, 5-way action. One player had 3 aces. I had ace, deuce, deuce, and Big O. So you have to ask yourself, what the fuck are the other 3 people calling for 375 5-ways? One guy had deuce, 3, 5, 8, and the board was 4, 6, 7. First player made it 375, who 3-bet me, who was in the big blind checks. I potted for 1,800. This other guy jams all in for 2,150. The other guy calls, I call. So here we go. We got an $8,000 pot, folks. And the turn is a blank. He checks. The other guy, I've got like 600 behind at this point. I check because I already know he's not going anywhere, and I'm drawing to a straight. I have ace, deuce, deuce, 4, 5 X. So I'm drawing to, yeah, it was ace, deuce, deuce, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. So I'm drawing to 2 pair and then out low. He's drawing to ace 3 with nut diamonds. River is a diamond. He goes all in. I call. He turns over ace, ace, ace 3 with diamonds. And of course, I turn over ace, deuce. The other guy had deuce, 3, 5, 8. So we end up getting half of a pot. But yeah, the action here is crazy. So we end up losing $4,000 today playing the 5, 10, 20 mix. You know, the table started off really good, and then it went really tight. And I made some adjustments and then got it all in, and PLO 5 with aces double suited against aces single suited, and I ended up losing. So, you know, it's a good place. The action's good. I still think PLO 4 is a little bit better because it's a lot less split pots. So, yeah, I don't know. The card gods were not in my favor, that's for sure. So, we'll wrap up Arizona, hang out with the wife. It's like 8 o'clock on a Saturday, and just not feeling it. I'm tired. I really grinded a lot. I think I'm just going to go back to the Airbnb and just crash. Play smart, everybody. Run like a god.